Well, it was 5 years ago this month that the state closed off one of the lanes of the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge to allow bike and pedestrian access. Hundreds of cyclists use the lane, but tens of thousands of drivers use the bridge daily.
Still, as John Ramos reports, cyclists are digging in their heels to retain their ride across the bay.
This is the bike lane on the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, and on most workdays, it looks like this, almost completely deserted. So the state is looking at making some changes, and on this day, the cycling community gathered to make their case for keeping it open 24/7.
On a cool, clear day like this, the ride across the bridge was inviting enough, even if it wasn't for the message they were trying to send. Natalie Lamelli was a first-time bridge rider.
It was beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It was nice to see everybody come together in the community to support keeping this lane open. And it was just a good time. It's really beautiful. If it was gone, I wouldn't be able to experience it, you know what I mean?
But critics of the bike lane have long complained about how empty it appears while cars stack up during the weekday morning commute.
And so right now there are 21 bikers in the morning commute that are crossing across a 3-hour time window. And yet there's 18,000 cars during that 3-hour window.
You know, I'll say that I'm not sure what numbers they were expecting. There was never any clear success or failure metric for this pilot. They never said, if we have this many people a day, we'll keep it. If it's fewer than that, we'll remove it.
So the cycling community on both sides of the bay turned out to react to a proposal endorsed by Caltrans, Marin County, and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission to move the barriers back Monday through Thursday, closing off access to bikes and once again providing a maintenance and breakdown lane. Warren Wells, policy director for the Marin Bicycle Coalition, says they can't allow cars to use the lane because opening it to vehicle traffic would invite more drivers, which is a violation of state environmental laws. But he thinks that is the ultimate goal, and he doesn't believe this is the end of it.
It's being framed as yet another compromise. Oh, well, the compromise is, drivers get this breakdown lane 4 days a week, and bikers, the half of you that are riding it on weekends, you guys just use your lane. And so I expect a few years down the road, there'll be some other compromise where, the compromise that we gets kind of cut in half with another compromise. I don't think it doesn't take Nostradamus to predict that.
And even those who use it only on weekends aren't thrilled about seeing it cut off during the week.
I don't see why they're closing it just to make it a shoulder lane. It's not going to make traffic any better, and it's just closing off access to the North Bay. It's really the only way you can get here from the East Bay.
And to me, this bridge is all about the connection. And even if it's 10 cyclists a day going over, to have that access for reducing the number of cars rather than to sit and be a breakdown lane, is so important.
The final decision rests with the state's Bay Conservation and Development Commission, and those floating the proposal say they hope to see a decision sometime in December.
Now we have to point out that creating the bike lane did not remove a lane of traffic on the bridge. The lane had been shut down since the early 1970s when it was closed to make room for an emergency water pipeline to Marin County during a severe drought. It was then used as a maintenance lane and never opened to traffic after that.